Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Adjacent with Jace, the tabletop interview review show for the Adventures in Authoria, brought to you by the Black Tower Stores. I am, of course, your host, Jace. And with me today, an inspiration magician beyond imagination, true shonen of melatonin, and he fights where he's going. He plays chess while you play checkers, doing his best like all the top deckers. Kilmo is here now to put you to rest because he's a master wizard of relieving stress. Hi, Kilmo. How's it going?
Hey.
I was surprised I didn't fuck up as much as I was practicing last night. I was fucking up a whole bunch. Like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
Well, the trick was doing it in all one breath.
I did it. I breathed in there. It's like, dude, big breath. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh well, welcome, Kilmo. You are slightly better lit than normal.
Yes.
Congratulations on affording electricity.
Barely.
Well, we are here to discuss the past events since you have last been on, including Chapter 13, Friends in Deep Places, live on YouTube right now. I burped. Again. Sorry, everyone.
Good job.
I drank some soda, and then I took a deep breath earlier. But we're going to ask some very important questions. I have more stats prepared today, because there was a massive combat where some terrible decisions were made. For one, we fought things. I don't agree with any of that. And lightning was involved, and fire was working underwater. I don't know. I didn't get into the mechanics of it for that.
Firebolt's not fire damage.
Pretty sure it's fire damage.
Yes, but it doesn't light things alight.
I'm pretty sure it's still fire damage. Mechanics, whatever. Anyway, Kilmo, how are you since 2 days ago?
I'm doing great.
Or 4 weeks ago.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. I am pretty good. I am awake. That's the most important part for Twitch streaming. But thank you, everyone in chat, for coming and showing up. Feel free to, if you're watching this on YouTube later, like, comment, subscribe. I don't care. But thank you, Kilmo. Let's get right into some very important questions. How did you think that final fight from Friends in Deep Places was going to go? Because I have my opinion on that.
I think it could have gone better, but it turned out in our favor. That's for sure.
I really appreciate the fact that our paladin was there. That's always handy. But boy,
well, we learned last campaign how much damage paladins can actually do
on a natural 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a bit concerned when that lightning bolt hit me. I was like, ooh, I really need to roll and pass this save, because that was enough damage to take anyone out in one shot, which is the major danger.
It was 2 Caleb's worth of damage.
Yes. Boy. Oh, by the way, level 3, everybody. Everyone got to pick our subclasses. I'm excited for that. Caleb, you've had your book for a while now. We don't care about you.
Yep.
But
what subclass did you pick?
I am Izal Zella, the Zealot of Zella. The Z's and X's there. That's the whole joke. That's the whole point of the character, was to get to level 3 so I could say that. And there we go. You're a book wizard, which is all books, but
oh yeah.
But we have a new measurement now. Caleb, how much is a Caleb now?
Now it is 20.
20. Ooh. Good. From now on, it's a much easier way to measure that than a 15, because then you got to round up and down. So you got a 5 on them hit points. Pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't really roll in my favor this time, but rolling will always be in my favor. So
Arthur finally got some separation from you, so now we can't lump you two together. Although
he's at what, 21?
He's at 21. He's at blackjack 21. We got no 22s, unfortunately, for the hit points. I was really hoping for that one. Thank you for the cheers. What we got? Awesome. This minute. Cool. 20 bits. Nice. Okay. That was a pretty good question, I think, to start things off. I was a bit concerned with the damage. If we did not get that crit smite on that under deep marrow, whatever the hell it was, I'm pretty sure it could cast another spell. Probably another lightning bolt, because you never get one.
I'm pretty sure he would have. Well, there was that crit, and B, the sleep at the end. So he lost essentially 2, maybe 3 turns.
I didn't. The Marrow only got one turn, didn't it? Because it was sleep before its next
Yes,
turn.
but well, if it wasn't for the sleep, he could have had an extra turn, as well as the amount of damage that was dealt to him. He could have had another turn after that.
Uh-huh.
So, and he
good
did
smite
enough damage in one turn.
to really, and then Arthur came in there right afterwards to knock that number down even more. That was good.
Oh yeah, Arthur did some damage.
Arthur did do some damage, and I have my first stat of the night. Very important. Though Arthur was complaining about not being able to hit very effectively, there's a very important stat that Arthur managed to get in this last series of fights. It is he dealt 54 points of damage and 2 kills in that entire session, which was the most amount of kills of anyone that session. And he came in
very nice.
third place. No, that can't be right. He came in second place for damage for the day. Behind me, obviously. But he beat Volred. So Arthur, despite not being able to hit effectively initially, really came into his own in that last fight and just dealt damage the entire time. Consistency is important. That's right, Ari. Awesome. You got second in damage and highest amount of kills in that last session.
Good job, Arthur.
So, you're not That's right. You are not useless. Arthur's very effective. It's just it's a matter of stats in that situation. I believe someone filtered in. There's a couple of questions. I want to skip some of these and go right to this one. This one's a question for Kilmo. Why you look like Two-Face?
Because I have a light right there, and I don't have a light right there.
With that moon behind you.
I have a curtain right here blocking the living room from me, so that when others go to bed, I don't keep them up.
Well, that was more of a joke question. I enjoyed that one. But we have a question for Caleb. We have seen Gorbek get fireballed and the party lightning bolted at level 2. How does Caleb feel about these events, knowing they deal over 1 Caleb of damage?
Caleb is a little overwhelmed with how much HP is getting drained around him, which is why he focuses on removing those sources of damage as much as he can.
Very effective too.
Sometimes.
I might have to steal the sleep method for wizard I play just to end a fight. Although I end the fights pretty effectively without sleep with my other wizards.
What level's your wizard?
It's like level 7, but I use like wand of fear to just eliminate a bunch of them. Beads of force to just get them out of the fight completely. Like, anything to end the fight. I'm done.
That's the thing.
Casting levitation on a hobgoblin.
On a melee?
So if he just floats up, runs out of his 2 javelins, has no way of attacking. He's just a pinata now. Like, cool. Yeah. Ending a fight is always fun. Sleep, very effective. Especially, you didn't roll that well, which gave us a good notion of how many hit points that big marrow had left. Do you remember the number you rolled?
18.
Incorrect. It was 19.
19. Dang it.
You're off by 1. You're close, though. You got in the teens. You were just below the 20. You didn't roll very good on that one. But it's got to happen eventually. I mean, 31, 27, 32, eventually it's going to catch up, and you're not going to eliminate an entire combat.
Yeah. I still like sleep is one of my favorite spells at low level.
We've seen personally that it scales even better at higher levels too. If you got a lot of mooks you got to take care of.
Yeah, and also if you get a way to maximize it, that just ends it.
The way to do that is just be Kilmo and roll 8s all the time. So no, you can't maximize it with like an ability. You just have to be able to roll all 8s.
Yeah.
I will add another stat into here because it's a pretty effective one. Volred has a nice habit of, I like to call it crit farming from you, putting everyone to sleep. But he was not able to do that this last session, and the total damage for both of us was that's why he took third in this case, because Arthur got second. Volred's total for damage was 44, which is double a 22, so that's something.
Yeah.
And Izal got the highest with 61, just because I'm just consistent.
Yeah. I am curious. I don't think you'll actually want to go back and redo this stat, but I am curious at how many crits Caleb has let other people take.
I'm pretty sure all of Volred's are from you putting them to sleep. I didn't start taking track of that one. I was making notes recently. They're like, oh, this is cool to look at, and it lets me track it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But any crits, it's always Volred crit farming. I miss.
Well, because he's in the back, you're in the front. I can't sleep a grouped up area very easily. I have to go on the outskirts, and he just goes around and gets them.
Good sniper. The numbers took a hit this last time, mostly because the last fight he couldn't get any sneak attacks because everything was spread out and allies weren't really fighting things. And then underwater is a big issue as well.
Yeah, which gave him disadvantage on some of his attacks, which negated sneak attack altogether.
Yeah, but still very effective day for Volred. Third's pretty good. Definitely beat out some other people. I got some more stats coming up later. On to another question, though. Question for Caleb, or both. Ooh, let's go both. What are your speculations on what the other players are taking for subclasses for those you aren't already aware
of? I actually don't know what anybody's taking. So this is completely a guess. From my understanding, I believe Arthur is going to be multi-classing next level, I believe.
We'll see. In 20 episodes when we finally hit level 4.
And I believe he said something about the fact that he can heal. So, Mercy? Gander, I have no idea. I don't know jack about artificers. I haven't looked at them. So that's a whole different game that I don't know. I believe Gorbek is going Eloquence because me and him talked about that. And I don't know about Volred at all. Because he is a mask.
He is a mystery. I have no idea. I don't know what Volred was going to pick. I've stuck true to my word of not looking up anybody's stuff. So that's why I got the show where I can interview them and ask them what they picked. That way I don't have to look at people's character sheets. Also, I refuse to play people's characters when not here. Not my problem anymore. We know Gander, he's going to pick Artillerist because he mentioned it in our chat for it, which is the one who gets a cannon they can just kind of hold and shoot people with. So like he's going full damage. I think the cannon does a lot of stuff though. It has like a heal aura too. It's a pretty nifty one. It's like a spider thing. I don't know. I think Way of Mercy, because I don't remember if Ari said it in the last time, but I'm pretty sure Way of Mercy is the one he's picking. No idea about Volred because I don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
Who else? Gorbek. Yeah, you said Eloquence for Gorbek. I'm a zealot.
Yes.
That's the spec. So it's of course the mystery is Volred. And I kind of wanted Volred on for this one. Was like, I want to build up a lot of things for Volred, but like he's not going to be available for next week. So, with Kilmo for this one.
Yeah.
Mr. Level 2.
Oh yeah.
Subclass. Let's go to.
It's useful.
Did you get to pick your spells, or is Eric going to make you do something special?
I get to pick my spells, but he said earlier on the spells have to match your character in some sort of fashion, or there has to be a way that you would learn them.
Cursed book. There you go.
Yes, that's how I've gotten a couple of my spells that I'm going to get, but not yet. Um, but
As far as safe space, I'm pretty sure it only works when you're on the show. So commenting's still on the show, though, because it shows up on screen, so it's a safe space. Just don't send him angry text messages, because then I can't help you.
but I picked some spells that will help me survive.
Shield? Is that one of them?
No, I don't want to use a reaction for AC yet.
Okay.
I picked Mirror Image.
Ooh, I love
because
that spell.
that's around 3 to 4 turns of protection.
Non-concentration.
Yes, and then I picked Invisibility.
Ooh, both good.
And also very useful out of combat too.
Yeah. Funny fact is that Kelder had a scroll of mirror image and never used it.
He could have definitely used it in the last fight.
I was never in the opportunity. No, I was fighting that dragon. It wouldn't have done anything.
Well, it would have, but the problem is that it's an action to cast, whereas you were doing much better stuff.
I was busy trying to stay alive. I don't have to. That's a good preventative thing. Like, do it right before you go into like a room. Not when you're the primary cleric who's also getting murdered by everything. I also had invisibility. Invisibility is fun. Always a fun spell. On to another question for both, I believe. Do you feel getting lightning bolted as karma after the DM smited his own enemy? I thought we got lightning bolted before.
We got lightning beforehand.
Yeah, which is good karma for the DMs. Like, don't hit us with a lightning bolt, you jerk. Smite. Natural 20. And just give him that look. It's like, you know that paladin's gonna... He's gonna smite. He better smite. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which brings us to another stat, because I was trying to keep track of old Gyro. We need a hero. He has some interesting stats. He rolled a natural 1. He also rolled a natural 20. He dealt a total of 94 damage throughout the entire combats he was in. And his one-shot biggest hit was the 41 points of damage, which is the highest out of any character in one.
And would have one-shot majority of us.
Insta-killed everyone in the party except for me.
Yep.
But boy howdy, there is a little asterisk I have by this 2-kill mark for him. Just because there was some damaging differences because spell slots available, but it's like, this guy had a magic item that gave him the spell slot. I don't care. I don't want to do math or whatever. So 94 points of damage.
He dropped the thing that freaking Gander picked
Pearl
up.
of Power.
He dropped the Pearl of Power. How about that?
Yeah. It was in his quick slot. That's why. Another interesting point, that 94 points of damage puts him in 5th place out of everyone who showed up in this game so far. He was in one fight. He was in like 2 fights.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
He passes up our good friend Mizak, Kalem, Gorbek, and Gander. He slides right.
Yeah, but I don't foresee Gorbek's damage increasing very much. Gander's might.
Gander's is about to go up for sure with that cannon of his.
That also depends on his rolls. Because if I remember correctly, he rolls about mid-game. He doesn't really roll very great.
I think the cannon is a save. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's a save, which will save his ass. Boy. So, on to another question. This one specifically for the Kilmo. DM blamed you for just walking into an octopus that you couldn't see. How do you feel about your bad luck?
It doesn't surprise me at all. He likes to go after me, which is one of the main reasons that I'm getting mirror image. Because that could have saved a lot of health.
as for that, I haven't kept track of this stat entirely, but Gorbek and Caleb both went unconscious in the last fight.
Yep.
Which I believe is the third time Caleb's gone unconscious, or was it the fourth? Second? No, you went unconscious. No, I think we got this stat messed up because you did the cock. We know the cock one. You got cock blocked.
And then I haven't gone unconscious besides that. I've almost gone unconscious.
All right. Well, pretty sure it's just this is the second time then. Okay.
Yeah. Gorbek's gone unconscious 4 times now.
I forgot to have him roll his death saves on the last interview. I was going to have him do that so he could see if he would have died for that stupid explosion. But yeah, you're not able to. I'm pretty sure the octopus has like the camouflage ability where you're not able to see it if you can't do anything. Oh, rocks
Ari
fall.
just pointed out.
Rocks fall. It was 3 times.
Thanks, Ari.
Whew. You and Gorbek right up there at the top of taking naps mid-combat.
Yeah, mirror image would have done nothing for those rocks.
The rocks don't rely on sight; they rely on gravity. Okay, I've got another question for Mr. Calum. If Calum stayed in that ring, where would you see his career path?
He would have been a teacher.
Would you had a cult like that one weird teacher?
No. He is an enchantment wizard, and that is where he likes to go. No, I think he would have still been on the same subclass, but he would have been a teacher, and he would have gone around studying and trying to do what he does now, what he did before, but he would have been teaching as well.
Apparently, Gorbek has been voted on the Deadpool 13 times. So
that doesn't surprise me.
Still leading the Deadpool, I believe. If you had to pick a different subclass, I don't know if I asked you this last time, but which would it be that would still kind of fall in line with your playstyle?
Let me look at the actual subclasses now, because I don't remember them all.
You don't have every class and subclass memorized?
No.
Garbage.
It probably would have been enchantment, but enchantment is a wizard that I played before, so I think I would change it to divination.
Eric in the chat, our lovely DM, did say divination in there.
Yeah.
Wow. I was hoping go like abjuration, really go the best subclass, abjuration. Pick that one. You basically did the same thing. Stop things from happening. You would have had more hit points to deal with too, so you wouldn't fall unconscious as much.
Yeah. Only slightly.
On to another stat. This one. Let's see. Let me check my Discord real quick because people are. Oh. I am apparently a very loud individual. Let me turn down my volume. I apologize. My mic is right here. So, anyway, on to the question, or the stat. Yeah, the stat. We'll go stat. This is more of a question for you than a stat. Who has dealt more damage? Arthur, Volred, Izal, or the DM with all of his monsters?
I feel like it would be close between...
I would like you to put those 4 in order then.
Okay. I'm going to go Volred, DM, Izal. And then I think it was Arthur?
Yeah.
Yeah, Arthur after that.
You got none of them right except for Arthur.
Dang it!
In the lead now, Izal with 194.
Yeah.
Second place, Volred with 174. Third place, the DM has dealt 147 points of damage between all of his monsters. And in the fourth place with 146, so 1 point below the DM's damage is Arthur. So Arthur is on average with the DM output, while the Barbarian and the Rogue are above DM's output. So Eric, take that stat how you want, Eric. If you feel like you need to be dealing more damage based off of the group of people, whatever. Or just do more AoE because that damage stacks. If you do 13 to 1, like 3 people, that's
Fireball.
13,
Fireball.
13, 13.
He's just gonna go start fireballing us like he did last campaign.
We screwed ourselves over. Don't worry, I've got the hit points for it. Y'all are screwed though.
I don't. I don't even have counterspell yet.
Do you have absorb elements?
No.
Well, that's a good way to avoid fireball.
It's in a scroll.
That doesn't count. Get some money.
That's the problem. I don't have money to
paper.
Transcribe it to my book yet.
Okay, question for Jace. If Izal is making a cocktail, what would it be? Izal is wants a very simple drink that gets the job done, but she also doesn't like strong alcohol because the taste of alcohol is kind of gross. So she would have a rum and coke. Simple and effective.
Yeah.
Or just straight alcohol, just get it done with. Okay, question for Caleb. What circle of magic can Caleb cast now?
2.
The second circle.
Second level spells.
Do you have to get a tattoo for that, or do you have to update your report card, or report it to a supervisor?
I have to update my book. That is all I have to do.
Message your wizard friend who's the enchantment wizard. Is like, hey, guess what? I can cast second circle now. Oh, good job, Caleb. Been able to do that for 15 years. Very proud of you, though.
Oh yeah,
top notch.
The condensation would still be there.
Oh boy. We'll go into another. Eric's calling us out. That's not good. Question for both of us then. If your character were in the Harry Potter universe, what house would you be in?
You take this one first, because I don't know yet.
Izal is a Hufflepuff. Don't piss off a Hufflepuff.
I'm pretty sure he would be the same.
Oh, you're a wizard, though. Aren't all wizards Ravenclaw, smart people?
Yes, but he does have very strong ties to his friends, and if you piss him off, the things go really awry.
That's not good. So, on to the stat that I have acquired for us here. This is a pretty... Oh, what was the stat I was looking for? No, not that. I'll get back to it. Question for Caleb. Being Gorbek's voice of reason, how does Caleb handle the frequent outbursts, and will he ever let Gorbek run wild? I feel like this is a loaded question. Who sent that question in?
It's very difficult handling his outbursts. It has gotten better after some conversations that we've had recently. He gets very antsy and very bored very easily. Will I ever let him run wild? When I have more ways of getting him out of such danger. Probably. But when things are insta-killing us, no. Not at all.
I have a question for you. With Gorbek wanting you to stay out of danger and then immediately abandoning you in a fight to face a shark, will you have a conversation with Gorbek about this situation, or will you just chalk it up to him being him?
It is him being him. He is very single-track mind. He is very concerned for people's well-being when they're out of combat. But when ooh look squirrel,
Oh gosh,
that
shark,
is
run away.
that is very much what happens.
That was
So it kind of sucked having him run away and leave me with a one-on-one with a shark
Hey, you survived.
due to the help of others
Mostly.
because I didn't do anything to him.
Did he? Gorbek came back and finished it off, didn't he?
Yes.
Here, you take care of it for a second. I'm gonna go over here and
Shoot at it.
yes, stab it repeatedly. All right, time for an update on the stat line of natural ones, natural 20s, and natural 22s. Arthur has 1 natural 1, 3 natural 20s, and 5 22s.
Woo!
Gander
Nice.
has 1 natural 1, which he rolled on an initiative, and which will always be a 1 because he's not technically allowed to roll a 1, but he fucked up, and I'm counting. No nat 20s and no 22s. Volred has 4 natural 20s. I have no idea. He missed 1 this last session where it was at disadvantage and it cost him a natural 20.
Yeah.
Which is not a real stat I keep track of, but it's a note I made. Gorbek has no natural 1s, no natural 20s, 1 22. Calum has no natural 1s. These are kind of up to date. You can be off by a little bit because I haven't gone through again to check them. 1 natural 1, or 1 natural 20, 1 natural 22. Is all with 2 natural 1s. I believe both came on stealth checks.
I know the last one came from a stealth check,
Very
but I don't know about the one before that.
I am very skilled at it. 2 natural 20s and 2 natural 22s. The DM, as far as I know, because I don't get to know all of his rolls, 1 natural 1, 2 natural 20s, and 2 22s that we're not really supposed to keep track of those, but I did. And Mizek's in there with a 1 natural 20. Jaros has his natural 20 as well, and a natural 1.
Yeah.
The kill lead is Arthur with 6, Gorbek with 4, Izal with 4, Volred with 4, Mizak with 2, Calum and Gander are tied with 1. So
I killed one of the small things.
Yeah, Arthur is in the lead with 6.
I'm pretty sure that'll always be the case because Izal does like 1 hit per round, maybe 2 at some points.
I do too.
And Arthur will have between like
3
to 5,
and
depending on
re-rolls on natural 1, like lucky feet and stuff.
Yeah, so like he'll have more chances for it. The only one that'll probably beat him will probably be Red.
For the kills, that's because he's kill snipes.
Yeah, because of the fact that he'll probably try and go after the one that is weakest for the kill. But that's also what you're supposed to do.
All of these are unconscious. I think I will stab them. Time for your deep sleep. Ari KS1.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just typical that I have KSing. His last character didn't kill anything, and Izal's just a renditioning of Axel, so it's typical to get the KS.
Well, your first character was really strong out the gate, and then
couldn't kill shit
weak.
Though.
Yeah, that was because you still only did 1 attack.
I was doing 2 attacks, I think, but I was supposed to be doing like 7. Like, huh. So that's
something's
how
wrong
I'm
here.
doing it. I was consistent. I hit it both times, and then it would die. Like, how's Kilmo doing so many attacks? I don't know. It's not what I'm here for. I was playing 5th edition before 5th edition came out. That's what happened.
Yep.
We have a question in. What is the next best number after 22? Then what's the second best number?
What?
What's the next best number after 22?
20.
20? Only when it's natural.
Yes.
Natural 20. I'm partial to the 6-9 because
Yeah, you're not wrong.
it's a palindrome of a number.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't know. You got.
I was like, what?
I also got Axel also got KS by a monk as well. That's true. I got KS by a monk, a druid, a barbarian.
I don't think you ever got KS by Kilmo. He was always by himself.
We were on separate sides to prevent them from escaping. Yeah, I'm giving Ari an ego boost with all the amazing stuff. Because the reality was that Arthur was very effective. He just had a series of bad rolls, but then...
Well, the thing is that, like I said, he rolls a lot.
Yeah.
So, yes,
you missed
roll
3
trash
attacks
for a while.
But you're rolling 3 times as much as everyone else.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Multiclass into fighter to get that action surge later on. Hell yeah.
It's the law of numbers.
The more you roll, the more you know. That's probably not true.
I don't think that's the way it works.
No, you're more likely to get a natural 20 if you roll more. Or you just fight things that are unconscious and you get the crits anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to... I don't like that one. Let's go to a stat. Go to a stat, Kilmo.
Okay.
Good work. Oh, here it is. This was the one. Who... Alright, tell me the order from lowest to highest. Who took the most damage? So who took the least, and then tell me who took the most.
Who's
This last session.
This last session?
Yes, and then I will ask you, more later.
All right, so I think Red took the least, followed by Gander, Arthur, Caleb, Gorbeck, Izal.
You think I took the most? Rude. Well, you should know that one's wrong automatically because I never take damage because I never get hit. But the one who has taken the least amount of damage is a tie between Gander and Arthur. Neither one of them took damage last session.
They didn't?
Nope. No damage that I recorded for either one.
Huh.
Second or third? Yeah, it's third place, like no matter what. With the third place is Volred with 6 points of damage. And then it goes Izal with 13 points of damage. Then second place is Caleb with 19 points of damage. And Gorbeck took the most damage of 41 points.
What?
Not in one hit. Over the entire session, he took 41 points of damage.
I thought there was more damage dealt.
No, not really. They were just focused on a few of us. There wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
Like that's why Eric's numbers are so low. He doesn't do a lot of damage to us. He doesn't hit us very often. So he hits himself pretty hard though.
Yeah, he does.
But yes, the 41 points is because of that natural 20 that he took while grappled and got knocked unconscious. That took a big chunk. Almost killed him outright, by the way.
Yeah.
And then the lightning bolt was another 13 stacked on top of there. So those are pretty big hits. And then sprinkled.
Oh, I forgot he got hit by the lightning bolt.
Yeah,
I thought it was.
It was me.
Well, for some reason, I thought it was Gander and you.
Nah, you could see where he's lining up that line. He was trying to hit you, Gorbeck, and me. But like, he can't get all of us. He can get 2 of us though.
Yeah.
If he got you, he was gonna not get me. So that's why he chose to get me. Because I've been talking shit.
Still get hit.
I have the hit points, so
That's the thing is like. Last campaign, he hit Olmec all the time because he had a high AC. But now he's just not hitting you.
I have the highest AC in the party.
Yeah, you have the highest AC, but you also have you also get advantage on attacks against you most of the time.
Yeah, usually I kill the thing that I'm attacking with advantage, so they don't get the opportunity, and then nothing else attacks me. So
yeah,
problem with it is that Eric's spreading all of his minions out instead of focusing on one character. That's what he should probably do. Just giving you some hints there to double down on one individual and just beat the hell out of him. Finish the job.
How does flanking work in our games? Is it +1?
+1.
Okay. That's what I thought we remembered.
We forget.
We did. We tried to, I tried to do it, but I'm also not a melee character.
You don't need to be within melee.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Make them save with a +1? -1 to their save?
That'd be amazing. Get a cone.
Hit him. Just. Now look at me while this person behind you stabs you repeatedly.
Yeah.
So, we have another session coming up. We just finished the Soggy one. Which one do you think we should go to next?
We have 2 other quests, right?
We have Goblins and then the Elven Ruin, which proves the point that everything is built on top of Elven Ruins. Dig deep enough, you'll find an Elven Ruin.
Why is it always Elven? Why can't it be Dwarvish?
Because we don't have ruins.
Because y'all never die.
This shit just works.
I think the Elven Ruins would be troublesome because we have a rogue that doesn't search for traps.
We've got a goblin that does.
Yes, and a wizard who does. But
well, Volred's not that type of rogue, sir. Quit stereotyping him.
Yes, but that's why I also have a high investigation, because I want to do that.
It's also because you have a high intelligence.
Yes. But I think we should go for the goblins first.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the ruins aren't going anywhere. They haven't gone anywhere yet.
Yeah.
Once we get there, they're gone. Sorry. Ruins are... they're ruined.
Well, the ruins are also a free-for-all thing, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not a time limit on it.
Yeah, and the thing with that is the longer we wait, I'm pretty sure there's going to be somebody there when we get there. I would like to be enemies. Hopefully a higher level when we get there.
I figure that it's just going to be what just checks for us looking for shit, and we've proven that we're real bad at that, so it's not going to help us either way. At least the goblins is pretty straightforward. They're goblins, and then we're going to let Gorbek become their king, right? And then Gorbek's and Biva's going to make a new character?
No.
But what if their goblin is an enchantment wizard who convinces him?
It could happen, but what's going to happen to their goblin king?
Murder? I'm pretty sure we're going to murder that king. That goblin king is going to die, because you got to take out the top and then work your way down. Most things can't live without a head.
I am very curious to see what Gorbek is going to do when we start to go to that encampment.
I'm curious because I have no idea what he's going to do, and I have a question that's related to that. Should Izal continue to hinder Gorbek, or should I just let him run free? Because he would have died if he jumped off that fucking cliff, and you know it.
I think we should loosen the reins some, because if we continue to hamstring all of his efforts, he's going to get bored.
Doesn't he bite people when he gets bored?
Yes.
Oh.
But
that's not
good. I think it would be very fun to see what he will do. And hopefully with a little bit more health and additional spell slots, we can try and mitigate whatever he does.
Hopefully. Nah, he's going to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
If I think he's going to do something that's going to get himself killed, I'll probably step in. If it's something that's just going to get him in trouble, like, yeah, sure. Go get hit by a kid again.
That was the funniest thing ever.
The kid's on the stat list for damage.
Yeah.
Yes, Britannicus 1201, the D&D Beyond plugin is updated, so it's not really a mystery for a lot of things. If you'd like to check, if you want to keep it a mystery, you can. So, as Kilmo clicks the plugin to see what's going on.
I've never actually used it, so.
You don't watch our stream?
I do. I am in it, so why?
Question for you. Do you think that Gorbek will die in or out of combat?
At this point, probably in.
I don't know.
If he dies, it'll be in.
He runs away from sharks and leaves you with them pretty easily.
Yes, but the things that happen out of combat can usually be mitigated quickly out of combat.
If he's away from everyone else.
Well, if he had died to that octopus and Red wasn't near him, nobody else could have healed him reliably besides the paladin at that point.
Gander has healing.
Gander, yeah, he was on the other side of the rock. You could see him
coming over there.
But
I was heading towards you to use a health kit to stabilize you.
But also, you have to think about the fact that we are already facing things that have multiple attacks.
Good.
And one attack can essentially kill most of us.
I'm pretty good. 36 hit points.
Yeah, and I am almost half that.
I have an older version of Caleb more than you in hit points.
Yep. But, yeah, if we had, I believe he's going to die in combat.
Well, we do have a question coming up later on as our end of the show question that we always like to ask, but I will point out to 38 points of damage for the 10d6 lightning damage, correct? In the chat?
Yeah.
There was no saving throw for that, people. So, anyone who disgraces the DM just took that damage. Because that's how it works.
Yeah.
Who tagged me? Oh. Never mind. I was looking at the Discord. It's like, why do I have a notification? Oh. All right, Kilmo. We're getting closer to the end of the show. How are you holding up? You asleep yet?
I'm good. No.
Sure.
Yes.
What's the next spell you're looking forward to?
Looking forward to getting...
You picked your 2 second level spells. What were ones that didn't make the cut? That you
ones that
wanted?
Didn't make the cut.
If you weren't constantly getting the shit kicked out of you and didn't have to worry about defending yourself all the time.
Second level spells aren't really my favorite spells.
Good ones there.
So there's not many that I would have actually chosen. But I'm trying to remember because I had it. One spell that I really like is Ray of Enfeeblement.
Isn't that the one that makes them do half the damage?
Half of strength-based damage. It's really good.
Against monsters.
Yes.
Octopuses.
And then another spell that I really like is Misty Step. That was going to be my other choice besides Invisibility.
Misty Step's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Wish I had Misty Step. It'd be a lot faster.
That's probably what I'm going to choose next level.
Ask your book nicely if it'll teach you how to turn to water vapor.
That would be nice. I thought about getting Mind Spike because I keep on calling Mind Sliver Mind Spike,
I call that too.
but I don't like Mind Spike.
Isn't that does psychic damage and isn't that a divination spell?
Wisdom saving throw, 3d8 damage on a failed save, half as much on a successful, and you always know the target's location for an hour.
I mean, it's a save.
It's a second level spell that does 3d8. It's not worth it to me.
Why do 3d8 when you could do 3d4? Always.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
It's a no on Mind Spike. Okay, fine. It's a good spell though. It's like Hex, but worse.
Another choice would be Levitate, because that would be fun.
Just float around. Early level flying.
If none of the opponents have range, just cast Levitate on red.
Turn him into a pinata. I mean, no, Full would be fine.
If none of them have ranged.
Whatever what Volred would act like, he starts floating up, like, what's going on? He's just upside down, just bloop, 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 bloop. Volred, you have to think happy thoughts. Cognac.
Yeah.
Could really go for a nice glass of cognac right now. Where's the entertainment?
Yeah, I loved how that was the decision making for healing Gorbek.
He's the entertainment.
He loves the entertainment. Give him a potion.
Alright. As far as stats go, that's pretty much everything. I know I had one set aside that I was going to go over, but I completely forgot about it. Yay me.
Yeah.
So, on to the final question. We got a little bit more time than normal, but final question is, who's your vote for on the Deadpool without being yourself?
Without being yourself. I think it's going to be
You don't want to say it, but you know who you'll go with your gut feeling.
The thing is Gorbek is the best choice. But besides that, I think it would be Gander.
I would still kind of go Arthur because his hit points aren't super high, but he's doing better. But yeah, Gorbek is the quintessential, because he has the highest chance of dying outside of combat too, so
yeah,
he has a whole other option.
And that's the thing, is like it's rough.
Who's most likely to die from falling? Gorbek, because he's only jumping off of stupid shit.
And Gander.
Well, Gander's not going to jump off of something.
Well, not jump off of something. Try to jump somewhere else and then end up falling.
It's misjudged the jump. It has no athletic ability.
That's the thing. Is like Gander and Calum both have like horrible stats when it comes to those. So if we try to do stuff, yeah, we're gonna end up dying.
Ari in the chat. Gander jumped off a cliff because he tried to jump onto a tree.
And missed.
Gorbek made the decision to jump off of a cliff and was stopped. That's the difference. So,
yes. But
with full intention of jumping off the cliff and hitting the bottom. Not jumping for a tree. The object was to hit the bottom of the cliff. So one's a little bit different than the other one.
I have a question for the DM.
DM's in the chat, though. What's your question for the DM? We'll see if we can coerce
What would have happened if Gorbek had jumped in? Would he have died?
If the DM's even watching, because he's a coward. This is the safe space. Would I let Gander jump off a cliff?
He can't say. That's...
Probably would have died. It depends on where he landed, I'm guessing. But then he could have got sucked in the whirlpool without being attached to anybody.
Well, no, I was more thinking if he had made it into the whirlpool, would he have died?
100 bits.
100 bits for an answer.
can't bribe the DM with money. He doesn't care about money. He doesn't know how it works. I wouldn't let Gander jump off a cliff ever, but he evaded me and jumped off to a tree, and I had no way of stopping. If I could have stopped Gander from jumping off the thing, I would have stopped him, but I didn't have that option. I was in the back of the line. Now, I've been in the front of the line more often, which I appreciate a lot more because I'm slow.
Yeah.
I'm glad to get out of that fucking water. It's 10 feet of movement bullshit.
I will say, Caleb has gotten very close to casting sleep on Gorbek random, like when he's about to do dumb stuff.
You know you'll roll higher than a 20. You only have it done at one time.
The problem is I can't focus it on him. I would hit everybody else and then put myself to sleep.
Doesn't it it's the highest or the lowest first?
Lowest.
You could probably angle it. You roll like a 32 or something on your thing. You'll be fine. Put a couple people out.
Yeah, but the thing is that Gorbek has 27 health, which is higher than Caleb, Gander, and Arthur.
I believe he's second with the highest hit points.
Yeah, tied with Red.
He's got... Oh, yeah, because I think he had issues with his hit points. Nice. Only problem is one of them is in combat. The other one isn't.
Yep.
I mean, you could just upcast it to second level, man. Roll another D8.
Yeah.
Upcast that shit.
And DM would probably let me just focus it on him if I really wanted to. It's out of combat, so...
So what if you accidentally put someone to sleep outside? Who cares? Angle at the end of the ship. Hey, Gorbek, go stand by that pole like 20 feet away from everyone else. Sure. Sleep. Alright, we got like 45 minutes before he wakes up.
Yep.
I'm still waiting for Eric to send us up against elves. Just so you stop putting people to sleep.
It's probably going to happen, but it'll be alright.
Well, he sent us against one elf.
Yeah, and then I have Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
I mean, there's that one elf that I just harpooned off the end of the tower. It wasn't an issue anymore.
What hurt him that night?
Yeet. Phew. I yoted her off of the building.
Go to sleep.
Well, it's about time for the show to come to an end. Thank you, Kilmo, for coming on here and talking wizard shit, you nerd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
100 bits. Come on, now Eric has to say, will he... Would he have died? That's like $1. That's a lot for Tater. Tater ain't got no money.
Ooh.
Nah, we don't pay our moderators. We give them food like once a week, like a giant bag of rice. But anyway, thank you again for coming onto the show. We talked about some good stuff. Thank you, Chad, for coming in and asking the very important questions. The DM continues to dodge the question, so next time he's on, I'll just constantly ask him and subvert the information to get the answer we want. If you haven't yet, feel free to follow us. This VOD will be online on YouTube on Saturday, roughly around 12 o'clock, where you can like, comment, subscribe on there. I don't care. If you would like, you can follow us on Twitch. You can subscribe to us on Twitch if you want to avoid ads. You can always donate if you want to as well. Follow our Facebook and our Twitter for updates. We have a one-shot coming up in a few weeks because some players are going to be out. So stay tuned for updates on that in case our schedule does change. If there's nothing else, Kilmo, you have something quick and witty you want to say that I put you on the spot for just now?
No, because I will not ever be able to figure that out.
Nothing quick, nothing witty.
Nope.
Great.
I am a very thoughtful and slow person.
Good work. I'm so glad you could be here. Well, thank you, everyone, and we will see you next Tuesday for the Adventures of Athoria, Chapter 14, where we decide how we're going to fight some fucking goblins. Bye, everyone.
All right. Have a good one.
Walking hand in hand on the ocean floor, down deep we wonder. Louder we sing, no there is no cure in this together. I don't wanna tell you that it's not real. Nothing is a fairy tale. Everything about you is so really won't be pretty when it ends. Now I'll call sure we'll never grow